you very much. Okay, here's some extras for you. Now these are principles, okay? You can apply these to everything that you do, especially for power, but also in your movement, everything. Okay, so it's a principle. And you'll see later on as you go through this set that these principles are applied in everything. But really want to make sure you understand them. Okay, so principle 1. When you've got an opponent in front of you, you want to misalign his body and take his balance. Because if his Phil, you don't know Phil maybe, but I can tell you he can punch like there's no tomorrow. So you don't want him having his power available to hit you. So if you can misalign his body and take his balance, now it's very difficult for him to hit with any power. Okay, so rule 1, misalign and take balance. However you take it. We can take balance here, we can take balance on any joint. There's loads and loads of ways of taking balance, but the important thing is his balance has got to be gone. Because once his balance is gone, his strength is gone. If his strength is gone, he can't hurt me, or he's got a lot less chance of hurting me. If I can keep my balance and my strength, I've got much more chance of landing my shot. So that's rule 1, balance and take his strength. The next thing we want is angulation. Straight on to straight on like this, strongest man wins. Okay? Don't want that. You may well be stronger than me. I don't want that. I don't want a 50-50 situation or a 60-40 or 70-30 through strength. I want to be an angle whereby I've got my strength available and Phil hasn't got his. And that angle is 45 degrees. So if his hands were up and I happen to get to 45 degrees, I've got everything available for me and Phil hasn't got much available for him. Okay, and I'm controlling his balance and his strength just by taking this 45 degree angle on him and turning his body 45 degrees. It's giving me available target areas, and also it's giving me a feel for what Phil's doing. If he starts to push against me, I can feel exactly what's going on and start to move around and do stuff myself. Okay? This can be shown as well on any type of grab or lock. If I grabbed hold of Phil's arm and I just do this very, very light, Phil. Straight on with him, I won't put a lock on your wrist, I'll just grab your arm. I can put this on and I've got to use strength and he can maybe power out. If I turn to 45 degrees, do the same thing. All of a sudden, it bites in a lot quicker and it's much more difficult for Phil to counter what I'm doing. So, to recap on that, I don't want to be straight on because strongest man wins. If I'm here straight on with somebody and I grab him in here against a strong man, I'm in all sorts of trouble. I want to be at my 45 degrees, making it difficult for him. It gives me my locks, gives me all sorts of things that I need. The next thing is my feet. I see a lot of people with the back foot pointing out, which means I drag it, for 1. 2, it gives Phil a lovely target just to boot as hard as he can, and I end up with a broken knee. If my foot's pointing towards him, it gives me a little bit more protection towards the groin, and also that straight kick that comes in, which would have taken my knee out, at least I've got a chance it won't. It's still going to hurt like hell, but I've not ended up with a broken knee. Okay? So I want that foot pointing at him. It also enables me to deliver my power in the direction I want it to go and to move much quicker. The other side of that is when I take these angles and point my feet, I massively increase my strength in the area and direction that I want it to go. So now I can really control this guy. Even though he's strong, control for him is very difficult. Control for me becomes much, much easier. Again, if we take that from just grabbing the simple arm that we did earlier, and I've got the arm here, and now I point my feet towards the core of Phil's body, where I want the energy to go, and I grab hold of him and squeeze, all of a sudden it bites in very much quicker and gives me that much more. Sorry, Phil. So you can see how from here things don't work very well for me. It's resistant, it's strong and it's difficult for me. I then take my 45, point my feet, touch, and everything's working great for me. So these little extras are really, really important. The next one that we're going to do is breathing correctly. Okay? You see a lot of boxers, it's stuff like that. Phil's done a lot of boxing, maybe he does the same sort of thing, pop, 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 and all of a sudden it's very difficult. The breathing has got to be done at the right time. When I throw my shot, I don't want to breathe on impact, or if you're a martial artist, kiai or kyop on impact. I want it to be gone just before, because that just before allows the energy to really and flow, it bites in. Okay. Now, if I'm out to the side and I've got this arm and I've got the 45 degrees and I'm pointing my feet, well, you know that bit works anyway. So I'm going to leave all that bit out and do it from here, so that I haven't got all those other bits and pieces that you know you should have. But just by breathing correctly on here, I go achoo, bang, and breathe. It bites in so hard, so quick, that I don't want to add it with those other bits just to show you. No demo is worth all of that, yeah? So when you're out to the side here, you've got all of that and you breathe, and then all of a sudden you've got a lot more. Put that right. Okay, so again, treat your training partner how you want to be treated and put them right if you do anything to them. So the next thing then, after you've done your breathing correctly, we call it mind, breath, body. Think it, breathe it, do it. So just slow motion. If I'm thinking smack on there, I want to be thinking it. It starts to go, breath gone, strike lands for maximum effect. Okay. Of course a smack in the mouth hurts anyway, but we're looking for maximum effect. These extras are what you'd put in. Put as many together as you can, like a Woolies pick and mix. Put them all in and you get much, much more as you go along. The next thing, you use this for grabbing, locks, chokes, strangles. You can use it on strikes as well, but it's more difficult. It's just a hum. Okay? Now, it sounds crazy, but the body vibrates at a pitch. Okay? Now, all I need to do is match the pitch of his body with the vibration that I do, and it starts to crumble. So if we're in close and we're grabbing hold of each other, and I just press on Phil, it's annoying. You can resist that if I press on it, and it's just annoying. But it gets him fired up. But if I hum with it, and I'm in here and it has a completely different effect and gives me loads more openings. Okay? So you see that the press, I'm going in the right place, I know where I'm going, but the press in the right place, this is why some people say pressure points don't work, because they don't know how to use them. If you've got somebody who's strong like Phil and he's resisting up here, and I just press, yeah, I mean, it's working to an extent, but he's fighting me back. But if he's resisting and I press with a zing, zing, these pressure points do work for me now, and I'm able to make them work by use of those extras. So when people say pressure points don't work, yeah, you're absolutely right, because you can't use them. Okay? So that's the proviso I put in. Without these extras, yeah, maybe you're right, but use these extras and they will work. Okay, and you don't need to use all of them, just one will do. Okay, and the more you put in, I won't do it anymore, Phil, but the more you put in, if I'm up here and I'm zinging up here, if I breathe, zing. If I get my feet right, wave it through and zing. I take it through at 45 degrees, it's worse. Okay? Notice that if you just go with me, Phil, so I'm pushing this way, Phil's body goes away from it. Okay? The body naturally goes away from pain. If I hold Phil in place and push there, the pain goes up because his body can't go away from it. If I pulled him towards me as I do it, then I'm getting this two-way action and making it even worse again. So you'd have that two-way action on any grab and zing up here, on any lock up here, you'd have that two-way action. So you'd put that into everything. If I'm striking and I grab behind the head and pull the head towards me as I elbow, I'm getting more than if I just elbow from here. Okay? So you put all these extras together, one at a time to practice, and then you start putting them together. Add one in, add another one in, add another one in, until you get them all together in one go, and all of a sudden things really, really will cook for you. Okay? Thanks very much for that, Phil.